approach, and the first thing that I was going to look for was polar caps to identify the axis of rotation, but there is none. I'm roughly lined up with the solar ecliptic plane, and this should put me roughly in line with the North and South Pole. So one of these poles here ought to be, unless it's got a tilt, north and south, but we're going to find out when we get into orbital cruise because we'll have a compass heading. Okay, cool, there we go. So you can see on the heads-up display the top numbers. That's our compass heading. 0 degrees will always be north, and 180 degrees will be south. So we can see right here now that I am lined up with the South Pole, roughly speaking, 182 degrees. There's 179. Of course, if I want to go north, I'm going to flip, and then we should be, there's north right there. And of course, if we're flying north, we know that east will be to our right, 90 degrees. Now we're traveling east. And of course, if you flip right over, west will be 270 degrees. Now, as for the coordinate system, it works on a grid, and the question is, which of those numbers is longitude and latitude? Latitude gives us increments north to south. Really? I got a phone call right now? Jesus. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, that's fun. I just learned that the pulp mill, the place I work at, is going on to shifts. So I don't go into work tomorrow, I go into work Thursday. That's fantastic. Okay, back to this. We're at 270 degrees, we are heading west. Which of the numbers on our coordinates there is moving the fastest? It looks like it's the bottom one. So that is our, what is that? That's our longitude. So the top number is latitude, which gives you a position north and south, somewhere on that scale, and then the bottom number is longitude, which gives you a position east to west, somewhere on that scale. And we are, let's see, we are descending right now. Let's cruise around until, ooh, you know what? Let's find 0 on the latitude. So I'm going to turn south because I think I'm just north of the equator. Let's turn to 180 degrees, which is south. And let's see if that number starts falling. It is. All right. So once I pass 0, I should be into the negative territory. Boom, there it is. So this is how you find your grid coordinates. Let's say I wanted to go -50, -50, just for a nice round number. I'm going to keep traveling south until I find -50 latitude. Using my compass bearing up top, still positioned on south. Okay, we're coming up on -50 latitude. Alright, passed it because I was looking at something else. Slowing right down. And now which way is going to take us to -50? We got to go either west or east. Let's see. Okay, now we're falling. So I'm going to go to 270, which is west. And you can see now that the longitude reading on the bottom is falling. And since we overshot a little bit, I'm just going to angle slightly north to bring us back to that -50 on the latitude reading, which is the top number. Now I'm going to angle back to the more straight west to really slow down that top number. I just noticed I was really getting close to my cruise height there, so I just wanted to gain some altitude. Alright. Of course, the higher you are, the faster you're going to go. Still staying really close to that negative 50 on the latitude. And I'm going to start slowing down now. We're approaching negative 50 on the longitude. Okay, I'm really close. I'm going to dive now to the surface and get into my orbital, my cruise, my glide rather. Overshot the target a little, as you can see it by the numbers, but that's okay. Almost pointed right at the ground, and we will get down to surface level and then track our destination in normal flight because we're so close. Okay, because we know that I overshot on the bottom number and I'm roughly orientated east to west right now, I'm going to flip 180 degrees, and that's going to take me back to the negative 50. .90 degrees, of course, is east, so I'm heading east. You can see that top number here in orbital flight isn't moving at all. I can hold it right on 90. Staying very steady. So which way is going to take us to negative 50? That's climbing, so we want to drop that number. There we go. I'm going to travel at 45 degrees. Just because I know I've got a little way to go here. .45 degrees, I'm heading northeast. Getting nice and close now to that negative 50 on the top number. I'm going to start heading more directly east. As we hone in on it. I'm guessing by now you've got the gist of this, but I feel for the sake of being thorough, we'll get right to negative 50. Negative 50. And look at that. Oh, we just shot over on the bottom number. Okay, well, we are super close. So if you were looking for something right now, you would totally be able to see it. It would be in like a 2-3 kilometer, maybe 5 kilometer radius at the most. I think even less than that. So we are basically at negative 50 right now. And if you, like I said, if you're looking for something, it would be obvious. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you later. Let's see how I can hit the share button.